What's going on, guys? Liam here, and today we're going over round 11 of the 2023 NRL season, and what a round it was. So we'll go over each game individually, who won, who lost, the ladder, and just thoughts on each game individually as well and how it all went. And man, it was a good damn round of footy. I've got to admit, we actually went pretty good in the tips as well, so pretty happy about all that. But first, guys, you got to help me out. Check this out, 999. Who's going to be my 1,000th sub, man? Help a brother out. We're nearly there. It only took 11 weeks to get to 1,000. Hopefully it doesn't take another 11 to get to 2,000. Let's go. Alright, guys, so this was a pretty good round of footy. I actually really enjoyed this. Watched every game, start to finish. And I don't think I was bored at a single game. Normally I get bored in a game or two, but they were all pretty damn good. Even the games that didn't matter were still pretty entertaining, sort of thing. So Storm defeated the Broncos. Warriors defeated the Doggies. Panthers humped the Roosters. God damn. Bunnies beat the Tigers. Well fought. 0 loss though, I thought. I thought they were really good. We'll get into that though. Cowboys beat the Dragons. God damn. And Canberra defeat the Eels. Knights beat the Titans. And this hasn't been refreshed yet, but Sharkies scrape home against the Sea Eagles. And Dolphins win the bye. Now we'll go to the ladder. I believe this has been updated. Let's just check. I do this as soon as we finish the games while it's all fresh in our heads, guys. And I believe that is updated. I believe so. Where are the Sharks fourth? Yes, it is. This has been updated. So Bunnies jumping to the top. Broncos dropping down to second. God damn. Panthers up in first. Look at that for and against. Humping everyone. That's crazy. Sharkies sitting up in the top 4 now, and Storm 5th. Warriors up into the 8. How good. Titans drop out of the 8, unfortunately, and Seagulls free-falling, absolutely free-falling at the moment, and Cowboys jump up a little bit. They were way down the bottom before, and then Eels, Bulldogs, Dragons, West Tigers down the bottom, but I don't know if the West Tigers are going to be down the bottom much longer, man. I definitely see I think they're playing better footy than the Dragons, put it that way. Doesn't mean they're going to win more games than them, but I definitely think they're at least playing better football than the Dragons as of right now. Now let's get in the first game. Broncos get beaten by the Storm. Now, everyone's talking about the sin bins. Everyone's talking about the hip drops, the reffing, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. Now, I don't like doing that. All I'm hearing from this game was about the refs. When there was so much brilliant footy that got played in this, I don't want to talk about reffing. I want to talk about the footy. I thought Harry Grant was brilliant. I thought Cam Munster, I think he is the best player in rugby league. That first 20 minutes of that game, I've never seen anything like it. He's an absolute freak. I think there was bad calls both ways. Reece Walsh, shoulder charge, Olam, which was an illegal play to stop a try. There was the pass into the head, which was called a knock-on, which would have been a try to Melbourne as well. So I think there was bad calls both ways. Completely unbiased. I did not give a you-know-what who won this game, and I just thought both teams got terrible calls. And I think no matter what happened, I think the Storm played better that night. Okay, that night. I'm not saying they're better than the Broncos. I'm just saying I thought Storm played better than the Broncos that night, and their stars really stood up, and it was a goddamn masterclass. Let's have a look at the team list. I thought Meaney was actually solid. Warbrick, I've been a bit not critical of him, but I'm like, dude, you're a big body, you're fast. I just hadn't seen enough from him, and he was brilliant. He was really, really good. Olam, Remus Smith were great. Xavier Coates' best game playing a while, but Cam Munster was just, he is so good. And like I said, I don't like Melbourne. I'm from New South Wales, so I don't really like Queensland. Well, I actually love Queensland. I live here. What am I talking about? I'm one of the few New South Welshmen that live in Queensland that just love Queensland, even around Origin time, because without you guys, we wouldn't have State of Origin. So I love you. Reece Walsh, I thought was brilliant, and Big Nelson had a bit of an impact off the bench as well. But again, Reece Walsh and Selwyn, great, but a few errors each again. Jesse Arthurs, I'm telling you now, and Broncos fans blow up at me when I've been saying this lately. I honestly think he's better than Corey Oates. He is so safe under the high ball. He hasn't looked like dropping a high ball this year. He has been absolutely brilliant. Corey Oates, great finisher, great kick returner. But the one thing, obviously, massive flaw in his game has been his hands. He's finished in the top 5 for errors since I can remember, and he's played enough games to obviously qualify. And Jesse Arthurs has not looked like dropping a high ball. I would seriously reconsider leaving Arthurs in when Corey Oates comes back. And Reynolds obviously going down early in this one too. And a lot of people were saying, oh, we didn't have... That's footy. Sometimes your best player goes down and you have to be able to adapt. And I thought they did a pretty good job. I thought Brisbane were brilliant, considering Reynolds wasn't on the park, considering they did have 3 sin bins. I thought they were absolutely brilliant, to be honest. Absolutely brilliant. But the one glaring gap for me, so I thought they were relatively even matched, 1-17, except for one position, and it was the hooker. Like Harry Grant, it was not close. Like these guys, there was levels, you know what I mean? And Billy Walters, in my opinion, is probably their one. He's not a weakness because he's not a bad player, but like, god damn, you saw the difference. Like Harry Grant was just, it was not close. Like the creativity, the speed, the service, like every single base that got covered, you know, that there is to cover, Harry Grant covered him. It was ridiculous how much better Harry Grant looked than Billy Walters. And but Billy's young, he's still got a lot to learn. And again, I don't think he's bad at all. It was just the discrepancy in play. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Let's have a quick look at the team stats. Time possession, 54 to 46%. 86. Broncos actually completed pretty damn well. They've been completing pretty poorly this year, so not too bad from them at all. Meters pretty similar. Post contact pretty similar. Actually quite surprising there. Payne Haas jacks that up and they're quite high. Play the ball speed. Brisbane won that. Let's have a look at the tackles made. 337 to 362. Tackles made. Missed tackles. Sorry. 35 to 22. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's absolutely nuts. Ineffective tackles, 13. Yeah, Broncos were falling off a lot of tackles, to be honest. Errors 10 to 8. So Broncos played good, man. It was just obviously the sin bins, Reynolds injury, stuff like that. That robbed us from a close grandstand finish, I think. But both teams should be happy with that result. This is what I was saying. I saw Kevin Walters. I saw all the Broncos fans all complaining about it. I would have been absolutely stoked with this. You went toe to toe with a heavyweight. Yeah, you got bum calls. You got sin bins that probably shouldn't have been sin bins. Yeah, all this sort of stuff, and you were right in this game. I'd be taking this and going, this loss doesn't matter. It's what you do. You just make the 8, and then it's what you do in the finals. This loss doesn't matter. I'll be sitting at this going, sweet, we can beat Melbourne if we don't get bad calls, or we don't lose our best player through an injury. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be, as a Broncos supporter, I'd be pretty pumped about this loss. If they, no one likes losing, but sometimes a good team, it's almost easy to judge a team off their losses, sort of thing. And I was pretty impressed with Broncos here. Bulldogs, Warriors. It's a pretty good game from the Wars. This was, how did this go? 18-0 at half-time, that's right. Bit of a comeback. I never felt the Doggies were in this at all, but I haven't looked at these stats yet, but I'm going to say that they got absolutely rolled through the middle. Let's have a look. Completed the same. All run meters. What? Oh, post-contact they lost. But, wow, that's shocking to me. Average set distance. They won it? Okay, there you go. I was wrong. To the naked eye, it looks like the Warriors are just rolling through their middle. It's actually bizarre. Maybe a lot of these return meters and post-contact meters were from their back 5. Karaz was brilliant, stuff like that. And I actually thought the guy with the headgear, what was his name, the new guy? What was his name? This guy, Blake Wilson, for a first game, I thought he was real good. So it must have been their back 5, just to the naked eye, Jesus Christ. Fanua Blake was unstoppable. Bunty was unstoppable. They were just running through the middle. That forward battle. I wish there was a stat where it was just forwards, all meters, not including the backs, because Jesus Christ, it was alarming how they were just marching upfield. Fanua Blake was running for 15 meters every hit up. Like they were not stopping him. It was insane. So But yes, that was quite nuts. But average play the ball speed, pretty similar. Passing, offloads 12-6. Total passes, all the boring stuff. Kick defusals, effective tackles, 88%, pretty solid. Warriors definitely need to work on that. Missed tackles, 33, not too bad. Missed tackles. Isn't it funny sometimes you get all these missed tackles and, you know what I mean, the other team gets, well, not a hiding, but, loses, pretty comfortably, you know what I mean? Like Bulldogs, I don't think at any point we're going to win this game. Negative plays, 9 errors each, penalties conceded 3-4. So good to see the Warriors not get the bad end of the stick when it comes to penalties and stuff like that too. Hayes Perham, don't like ripping on players too much, but he doesn't quite look right for first grade. He just looked pretty damn average. Jake, you know what I mean? I can see a good player in him, but I don't think it's quite there yet. Probably needs to go sharpen his skills at cup or something. Jacob Carraz, brilliant as always. Absolute super dynamic, always looking to offload, always looking to run hard. Never surrenders in a tackle. Brilliant. Joshy Reynolds I thought was decent. Brought that energy. Matty Burton put up some skyscrapers. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. I forgot about that. Okay, so Montoya on the wing. Like, we've had these big, strong wingers, barnstorming wingers. Even I just mentioned Corey Oates, and they're just beasts. They hit the ball up. Manu Vatuvei, great warrior. But they've never had good hands. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just being that beast and having great hands. This never happens. Montoya took multiple bombs from Burton and didn't look like dropping them. Like, he's actually got pretty silky hands. Like, this dude, man, I'm telling you, he's becoming my favourite player, man. He's a monster. He was smacking, putting dudes on their ass, just absolute beast, and then taking Birdo bombs. Come on, man. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. You shouldn't be able to have hands like that and be a beast. That's wrong, man. I thought Dallin was brilliant. Rocco Berry, I mentioned in my preview video, I never heard of him, but he was pretty damn good. Fanua Blake, unstoppable. I thought Freddie Lussick was great. Bunty, just goat Bunty. Josh Curran, pretty damn good, scored an early try. And I thought Dylan Walker's so much better off the bench. He's better than a bench player, but when he comes on, you just notice a change. He was great. Pele was good. I actually like what Mariner did as well. Pretty damn good, but this form pack's just getting rolled every week, man. It's just... Yeah, I mean, Tavita can match him for physicality, but then... Yeah, it's just... They're just getting rolled. Like, they got absolutely... Max King, Tavita Pangai got absolutely humped by, Bunty and Fanua Blake. It was... that was not close. But, Doggies, man, holding him brave, looking better. Effort areas were good, stuff like that, so... and Reid Marnie seems to have really gone into his shell after he'd just gone nuts the first 4 or 5 weeks. Seems gone into his shell a little bit. Not a bad thing, just maybe he's been told to, but he's definitely not being that antagonist and going nuts anymore sort of thing. So, but yeah, good game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was good to see the Wars get a win. They'd deserved one after so much travel and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully they got the week off now. So essentially a 4-point weekend. And where are they sitting on the ladder? Where were they? Warriors 8, so they're going to get another 2 points next week. So I dare say they'll move up at least a spot next week, sort of thing. So, which is good because they're they're for and against. For and against is okay. So yeah, they might, never know, sort of thing. So they'll at very least stay in the 8. That's for damn sure. All right, Panthers Roosters. Oh my God, I actually want your guys' opinions on this one, guys. Are the Panthers back? Were the Panthers brilliant, or do the Roosters suck this year, man? Like, seriously, this was an absolute humping from start to finish. Like, it was just 9 minutes in, 21 minutes in, 36, 38, 60, 70, 75, 76. It was just humping from start to finish. God damn, it was bad. Roosters were so bad. Like they've got the current Golden Boot winner in there. They've got the Australian captain in there. They've got scattered with rep talent, includes a ton of State of Origin players and Kiwi internationals. They've been so bad. Like, this was, I thought maybe just be a bad game last week. They've had a few bad games, but this is getting to the point where it's like, oh, okay, are they going to make the 8 this year? Like, it's just, odds on they probably will, but like, damn, it was crazy. A few players I want to give raps to. Dylan Edwards absolutely completely outshone Tedesco. I love Teddy, he's the man, but god damn, it was a massive discrepancy in their stats. I thought Taruva was brilliant. Tyron Peachy, best game I've seen him play this year. Just what else can you say? I thought Lua, you could tell was playing for his Blues jersey. I love this week or two because everyone that is eligible for Origin is just trying to cut sick. No one's having a quiet game. Everyone's playing out of their skin. So Lua definitely put his resume in and was like, don't forget about me, because man, he was pretty electric. Not everything he did was diamonds or anything like that, but he was pretty good, man. You talk about Reynolds' energy, the Luai can definitely bring it as well. Cleary brilliant as always. Oh man, Moses, hands down the most underrated prop. Well, I don't think he's really underrated anymore because he's won premierships and stuff. But Jesus Christ, that dude runs hard. He runs every run like it's his last. Absolutely brilliant. But I want to talk about this guy here. His first half stats were as good as some second rowers' months. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely insane. And I genuinely think he should stay. I know they've wanted to leave him on the bench to come on as impact to the middle and stuff like that, but I genuinely think he's a kick-out replacement. His stats last night were better than kick-out's ever done. He's a player you can genuinely play through. He is really good, man. Like, he's got nice footwork. He's agile at the line. He's a big body. He can play prop. You know what I mean? He's not kick-out size, but he's not a ton smaller. Runs a good line. Defends well. I've seen him start the last couple of weeks, and he got better and better. And this game was was his breakout game. You'd have to. Ivan Cleary's a smarter man than me, but I think Ivan Cleary would be crazy to move him now. Because you think about it now, like, they were having issues with what they were sort of doing. You go Moses Leota, Mitch Kenny, Fisher Harris, Scott Sorensen, then put Zach to the bench and put Liam Martin here, and then Isaiah Yeo. That is something else. Like, that's a forward pack. Like, that's a forward pack. And then Hoskins can always come on, replace either one. They were looking for those combinations, but I think they have to stay with Sorensen. All right, just go through the Roosters real quick. Suoliti, can someone do this for me? Can someone show Trent Robinson Suoliti's highlight reels from when he played wing last year? Because I think people might have forgot. This dude put together one of the best highlight reels an NRL player's ever done in half a season on the wing, and he's not playing there. It's bizarre to me, man. Like, he was... Talking about him playing for Australia, bro, for the wing in his first season. Like, what are you doing? Paulo had a wonder forget. Billy Smith did too, actually. Joey Manu went down late as well. It's looking like, I think they just said extended period on the sideline. That normally means more than 3 or 4 weeks, so not good. And not Kiri, who's the backup? Walker went down in New South Wales Cup as well. So, and Jared Reed-Hargraves actually, I don't think he didn't tear his pec, but I think he strained it or something like that. And that can be a few weeks too, because you lose all your strength if you do that. And Angus Crichton just hasn't quite looked himself since he's been back. But, like, fair cop, he's been out for a long time and struggling with some stuff. So, but he definitely hasn't looked like he's damaging ball running himself. So, some serious work to do. Some serious work to do for the Roosters. Right, this game here. Look, this game, like, the scoreline, well, it's not flattering because they well and truly won this game and are in complete control the whole game. But, man, like, when did they score the last 2 tries? 73rd and 70th. Like, they were in this game until the 70th minute. 73rd minute, really. Like, it was... Tigers were right in it. I love what they've done. Strip the game right back. Just tackle hard, run hard. Kick to corners. Just don't try and win every game every time. Just hang around. Unfortunately, the team they hung around against is the form team in the comp. But I honestly think the way the Tigers played, they probably would have beat about 8 teams in the comp. I dare say they would have beat Parramatta. I dare say they would have beat the Cowboys. I dare say they would have beat Newcastle. They were great. They did everything right. Just unfortunately, just outmatched by a better team. But Tigers fans should look at that. Like I just said, the Broncos game was a good loss. This was a good loss for the Tigers as well. This was great. And it was 6-0 at half time against the hottest team in the comp. Not bad, man. Buller, great hands, absolutely brilliant. I thought Nofaluma brought good energy as well. Brooksy, one of the best games I've seen him play in about 4 years. Great. Appy was good. Clemmer's first stint was world class, absolutely brilliant. It looked like his first few years in the comp when he was just tearing everyone apart. And that everyone played. So actually, I thought Twali. I want to give Twali a rap too. His late footwork was really good, really good. So, Trell. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the Rabbitohs too much, but everyone played well. They were good. They were just good. They did what they needed to do to get this done. I'd say almost a flawless victory, unanimous decision. Not a knockout, just a solid unanimous decision where they outclassed their opponent. This was a weird game. This is a absolutely weird game. I kept wanting to say, when were the tries scored again? Yeah, so we had 4 in the first half, 3 in the second. First, and then they had 3 in the third. Yeah, like this was... Man, there's just something wrong with the Dragons, man. Well, obviously we all know what's going on there, but to me it was just body language looked off. I mean, there was a sin bin, and then Hook kept what's his name? The Sullivan, is it? Who played halfback again? Yeah, Jaden Sullivan. Left him off, burned an interchange. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just stuck under a tackle. DeBellin just so damn average, man. Jack Bird just terrible. You know, I'll be so disappointed if I was a Dragons fan. Now as for the Cowboys, I won't talk about the game a whole heap, but I felt like I was like, oh, they look, because they've been average all year, but they were really great last week. But I was like, did the Roosters just suck last week? And they showed glimpses of how good they had been, but they definitely weren't the complete team. Drinky, a couple bad errors, a couple bad kicks from these two. Colin Hess was great. This kid here, Lukey, played out of his mind. He was probably second row of the week, to be honest. He was absolutely brilliant. So it was just, there was patches of really good stuff in there. Obviously, they scored 42 points, but definitely not an A++ performance. Possession was even. Look at that, Dragons, man. Watch the Dolphins play. Just watch the Dolphins play and do that. Like, you've got a better team than the Dolphins, man. Come on, what are you doing? Come on. Won the run meters by a handy bit. Won the line breaks by plenty. Tackle breaks, 25 to 28. Average set distance, Jesus Christ. Just not good enough from the Dragons. You're letting 50 metres in per set of 6. It's just horrible. Here we go. Offloads 8 to 4. Let's have a look at the negative plays. Errors 12 to 13. Like I said, Cowboys were not great. They were not great. Penalties conceded 4 to the Cowboys and 5 to the Dragons. It was a pretty average game from both teams. I'd say Cowboys were slightly above average and Dragons were slightly below it, and that was pretty summed up the game. Raiders Eels, this was a weird game. I was really looking forward to this. I had a big multi going, and I had Eels. I actually did think Raiders were going to win this. Like, my head was saying that, but I just had this gut feeling that Parramatta might jag something, because just how good Dillbags has been, and just how good Dillbags has been. And I was like, great, he's going to get a ton of ball and shred up. Nah. Nah. Terrible call, bro. Terrible call. So it was 8-8 at half-time, looking pretty even. Parramatta looked decent. Raiders looked okay. Both teams just sort of ticking along, nothing crazy. And then, where were the tries? Yeah, just bang, bang. So, that's right. They scored one right before half-time to tie it up. And then, so it was technically 3 tries within 10 minutes. It was just half-time in between. And then Parramatta scored a couple late. It was just weird game, man. It's just a weird game. It was just, I don't think the Raiders were that good, but they were definitely good enough to win this game. And I'm telling you, man, where are they sitting now? Raiders up in the 6. Everyone laughed at me when I put them in the top 8 and said they could make the top 4. Everyone laughed at me. Now look at them, man. They're flying. absolutely flying, and they're going to keep doing it, man. I'm telling you, this is their last dance. This is their Michael Jordan last dance story. They're losing their Michael Jordan this year, and they're going all in. They're going all in on this one, man, and showing pretty good fight, man. They've been absolutely brilliant in the last 5 weeks, and they're going to be a problem, man. They're going to be a problem. They've got a lot to fix up on defence, but yeah, they can match with any team in the comp for sure. Well, they beat the Broncos when they were absolutely flying. So when they were down men too. So yeah, they're looking good. They're looking good. Let's have a quick look at the team stats. Absolutely dominated possession. Great completion rate. Parramatta, man. Like I said, Parramatta, I believe if they held the ball, probably could have won this game. Like they looked pretty sharp when they had the ball. They just kept coughing it up, and their completion rate was great for the first 20 minutes. So, like, I hate to see what their completion rate would have been in the last 60, because it would have been about 50%, because their hands were brilliant in the first 20 minutes, and I don't think they dropped the ball for 20, 25 minutes, and then, yeah, terrible. So Raiders won the running meters, post-contact meters. Raiders won that as well. Line breaks, Parramatta won. Average set distance, 40 and 49, god damn it. But look at the ruck speed. Like, that's so much quicker, Raiders to Parramatta. When you can hold a team to over 4 seconds, that's pretty damn good. To over 4 seconds, sorry. Let's have a look. Tackle efficiency, great from both teams. Missed tackles, 16 to 24. Negative plays, there you go. 9 to 12 to the Eels. So, yeah, not great. Let's give some players some raps. I thought Sebastian Cruz was brilliant. I thought Hopewadi was brilliant. I thought Croker was brilliant. Tomoko was brilliant. Rapana was brilliant. No, Whiten, good. He probably was... I'd say he was quiet on offense, but his defense was masterful. Fogarty, 40-20, brilliant. Forward pack, pretty... actually, Hudson Young was pretty damn good, wasn't he? Corey Harsborough got... I didn't think he had a very good game, to be honest. Everyone kept talking him up. I thought he was pretty damn average. Got himself sin-binned as well, but yeah, bloody Hudson Young was good. But forward pack wasn't at their super, super lethal best, but I actually thought Parramatta's forward pack sort of had it over them a little bit. Actually, I think they definitely had it over them. Wiremu Greg was just... Damn, he's good now, man. Like, I don't know where that came from, but he's turned into a pretty damn good front rower. Like, when RCG comes back in, he jumps it back in on the bench. He can just come on and blast for 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Give Junior a break. You know, so Junior's not blowing as hard as he has to sometimes. He's great. Hopgood was pretty decent. But, Sean Lane got injured in this game too, which was pretty devastating. He's a pretty damn good player. Jacob Arthur was trying his butt off, but again, he's doing his apprenticeship. I'm not going to give him shit. He's just not quite NRL standard yet, but he's a pretty good backup. Like, if Moses has an injury, he can come in, and you know what I mean, he could do a job. But the Raiders were just too good here. I thought Hopewadi was brilliant. Clint's just always good. But yeah, not a bad game of footy, but definitely not the best of the round, that's for damn sure. Now this game right here was a Super League game. There was no defence, but it was actually pretty entertaining. I actually enjoyed it. I was saying before, I had Knights to score last try, and they'd obviously scored 77 minutes in. I was like, oh no, they ruined my bet. And then Dom Young takes an intercept. I'm like, yes! I was cheering, going nuts. That's why I actually love putting last try scorers in, because your bet's always alive to the last 80th minute. Like, you know what I mean? So it was actually pretty cool. Get up on that one. So there's no skill to it. You're just guessing, but you never know, man. You get that last try, you win. Easy. Your team can lose by 50, but if they get the last try, you win. It's great. 12 all at half time, and then, man, Titans were terrible at the start. Like, they were so bad. They sort of come good, but Knights weren't that great. But then Knights just, where's the second half tries? Look at this. So they scored a try at the 39th minute with literally 40 seconds to go. Then it was just try fest in the second half. Like, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tries in the second half. What the hell? God damn. But Tanner Boyd needs to work on his goal kicking because they were relatively sort of in this until maybe this try here. But you know what I mean? Like it was the goal kicking that really killed him. Lockie Miller smoked him 6 from 8. It's great. But yeah, it was a pretty odd game here. Who was good? Let's give some players some raps. I thought Lockie Miller was pretty damn average. A few bad errors. Gagai was pretty solid. Dom Young was good. Bradman best game I've seen him play in a while. Kalen Ponga, first half was average. I picked him for an unders to underperform in this one, and then he was pretty damn good in the second half. Not gonna lie. Yeah, who else? I thought this Phoenix Crossland was actually pretty damn good. Safidi Brothers had good second stints. Tyson always trying his butt off. And that was really... it was good to see Adam Elliott kill it this game. It was good, nice little feel back, and he just came on, got into it, did his job, and now he can hopefully see... He was good at Canberra last year, man. He was real good, so hopefully the Knights can start using him a bit more, and he can start at lock here eventually, I dare say, because he's got a pretty handy ball player too. Preston Campbell. Yeah, not quite as high as he had been in the last couple of weeks. This kid here is got the fastest first step I've ever seen. He's so quick off the mark. I've never seen anything like it. Centres were a bit average this game, not going to lie. Tanner Boyd and Kieran just quiet, just didn't really get much going. Not really their fault. I just did Fodawaker and Tino. I just thought they weren't quite providing the platform these guys needed. But they've been so good. Like they're allowed to have a game where they weren't great. David Fafita had a 100 metre or 95 metre runaway try. He is so fast for his size. What's his name? Lockie Miller couldn't catch him. He did not gain on him. It's nuts. That's nuts, man. He's quick for a big man. I'm telling you, he's quick. But yeah, there was a pretty. This will be interesting, so check out the stats. So Knights completed better. There's the game one right there. They were just so bad in the first 15 minutes. They put down every ball. It was so bad. All run meters, 1,400 for the Knights, 1,200 for the Titans. Post contact meters, 445 to the Knights, 342 for the Titans. Tackle breaks, 48 for the Knights. God damn. Average set distance, both around 35 each. Play the ball speed, both around 38 seconds. Let's have a look at the errors. Tackles made, 290 by the Knights, 320 by the Titans. Errors, 12-9. Yeah, you have to keep your errors under 10, I'm telling you. You have to keep your errors under 10. Alright, let's get into the Seagulls versus Sharks, final game of the round. Not too bad. It was alright. It was an interesting one because I was really interested to see how Tommy Turbo looked, and he looked slow, unfortunately. Yeah, it was not good. Not good. It's just there's something off about him. I dare say he's carrying an injury that we don't know about because he's just a little slow. He's just not moving freely like we've seen him move in the past. But yeah, I thought Cronulla's back fight. The first 60 minutes of this was a strange game. So Manly looked terrible. Not Dolphins. Sharks looked good, not brilliant, but just very good. They even started the second half looking pretty damn good, and then the Seagulls just sort of started turning it around slowly, and then they would look like the better team all of a sudden. They sort of came home much stronger. It's good to see Kohler have a pretty decent game. Cooper Johns I literally didn't even realise he was on the field to the last 10 minutes, and he put up a terrible kick. Had big raps. I thought he was going to be really good in Manly, but yeah, he just goes missing. It's just Paseka. I'm telling you now, this dude's got the best second stint. He turns into a different player in his second stint. He was really good. Just burst straight through the front line of the Sharkies. It was pretty damn brilliant. Sean Kepi put some big shots on. Ola Kawatu, quiet, but he's going to be quiet if he doesn't get good ball. But what do you do, man? It's the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, it was a pretty damn average game. Royce Hunt was okay. Oh, they put Cam McInnes. Oh, they did too. Cam McInnes in at fucking prop. This is world's. Well, no, Cod would probably be smaller than him, but damn, he's not a big boy. But yeah, he's Brendan Trindle. That's right, he came on. That's right, yeah. But no, it was, look, they got the dub, Sharkies, but definitely could be better. They're going to have to be better if they want to genuinely finish and stay in the top four here, because they didn't look like a top four side last night. They just didn't. But yeah, it was a bit of a strange game, this one. So let's have a look at the stats. 51 possession from the Sea Eagles, 49 to the Sharkies, 82% each. That'll do. Run meters pretty much the same. Post contact meters, Sea Eagles actually won that one. Kick meters, 141 to 210. It's really slow. So Manly won the ruck, definitely. Let's have a look what else we got here. Effective tackles, 90%, so really good defense. Yeah, man, especially in the first half, Manly were just falling off tackles. Hey, it was bad, man. It was bad, really bad. Yeah, missed tackles 45. They were terrible at the start. They were not horrendous, but they were not good. Errors 8 to 10. So yeah, definitely a bit to work on here from the Sharkies. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Now that's it, guys. Now let's have a look at next week's games. There's some crackers next week. Here we go, right here. Broncos Panthers. Come on, man. How good is that going to be? And let's have a look at the table with the winner. Yeah, the winner, whoever wins this will obviously, be on top. Really solidify their spot up the top here. That's a pretty important game. If Panthers lose that, they will drop down a little bit. Broncos probably won't because they're a game ahead. But say Broncos lose, Panthers will jump them. But it's not like every other team on 14 will. Probably only 2 or something like that. Sort of thing. So and now Panthers will only jump them because they've got a much better for and against. So unless the Panthers win by 40 like they did against the Roosters, I think the Broncos will be pretty safe, second, third at the worst sort of thing. Yeah, Broncos have a great for and against. It's pretty damn good actually. It's not quite obviously as good as Panthers and Rabbitohs, but not too bad. Dragons Roosters. Again, you guys just played. Come on, who did this draw? Oh, Eels, 2 losses, and now they've got the Bunnies. Oh, this could be a good night. Eels, man, damn. Sharkies Knights, West Tigers Cowboys. Damn, I tell you what, if the West Tigers can get a win there, that's going to be a. They could too, man. The Cowboys were not great last week. This weekend. Dolphin Storm. Up here, damn, I might go to that game. Bulldogs Titans, that should be a good one too. Relatively even match. And then Raiders Seagulls. Damn, Seagulls could get another flogging there. I'm going the Raiders there. Up the milk. Let's go. That's it, guys. Let's have a look and see if I've hit 1,000 subs yet. Oh, I'm still. Come on, man. Guys, do it for me, man. Do it for me. I love you long time. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.